Hello friends. Now we saw many types of questions, isn't it? We saw WH question, we saw yes or no questions, and now tag questions. Tag, what is tag? Price tag you have seen, a small piece of paper hanging from the object or maybe pasted this. Here it is tag questions. Questions at the end of short questions at the end of sentences. Look here, you will see that. He is a gentleman. Gentleman. Now what we do is a tag question. Isn't he? This is the tag question. Look at that. Now he is not a gentleman. Gentleman. Is he? So here you are. It's the most important points. Remember, if the sentence is positive, tag should be negative. This. If the sentence is negative, tag should be positive. Understand? Then one or two points more to remember. If you are a question is asked in the exam, exam for a tag question, a sentence is given to you. Then you say, you write a tag to that. What have you to do? You have to rewrite the sentence, the whole sentence. If a sentence like this is given, he eats mango. Now add a question, tag or tag question. What you have to do is, you have to say he eats mango, then comma, small letters, doesn't he. Look at that, doesn't he. You have to, the tag question should begin with a small letter. If the sentence is positive, you have to, the tag should be negative, and the subject of the main sentence should be repeated. Understand that? That's according to, we will see, according to the person, number, etc. He eats mango, doesn't he? He doesn't eat mango, does he? Understand? Suppose you get another question. He doesn't eat mango. Then what have you to do? Rewrite the sentence, the whole sentence. He, you have to write the whole. Don't just like telegram. At the end you say, isn't he? Doesn't he? Don't do that. If you want to get full mark, you have to rewrite the sentence. Understand? Rewrite the sentence. Then at the end of it, put a comma and start with the small letters, not capital letters. For example, if you do like this, let's complete this. He doesn't, that is he doesn't eat mango, comma, does he? Does he? So some things you can see now here. Something. First and foremost, if the sentence is positive, the tag should be negative. You can see positive sentence, negative tag. Negative sentence, positive tag. Opposite. Auxiliaries repeat themselves in the tag. See, is, isn't, is not, is. Did you get the point? For full verbs, you have to use does, do, or did. If it is past tense, you have to use did. See? So suppose you say you get a sentence like this. He ate. It may look simple, but probably in every exam you will get a question on tags. Yes. He. So let's say like that. He ate a mango. He ate the mango. Then what will be the tag? Didn't he? Didn't he? Do that. So for other verbs, you have to use do, does, did. If it is an auxiliary, is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had, then shall, will, can, could, may, might, etc. You repeat that in the tag. See that? As we have seen here. Is repeated. And you can see for other verbs, eats, etc. You use do, does, this according to the number and the person. Understand? So, first point is positive sentence negative tag. Negative tag. And second is negative sentence positive tag. Are you writing this down? Yes, very good. That's important. Then second point to note is the in tag, for writing a tag, you have to rewrite the whole sentence. Put a comma at the end and then write the tag. Starting with small letters, not capital letters. If you write like this, instead of this, not correct. Not accepted. If you write is like this, this is not accepted. Understand? So start with the tag you should start the tag with the small letters and the auxiliaries repeat. Other verbs use do, does and did. Yes. And the subject is repeated. Subject is repeated in the tag. Subject of the main sentence is repeated in the tag. Is that clear to you? Alright, let's have some more examples, then you will understand it. See that? We will say like this. Macbeth, our old friend, Macbeth murdered Duncan. Okay. This is the sentence. Now you have to add a question tag. What will you do? You will write like this: Macbeth murdered Duncan, comma, didn't he? You don't say did Macbeth. Understand that? You should not write like that. Did Macbeth? No. But instead of this, you can use the pronoun Macbeth. Didn't he? Understand? Now, why do you ask this question tag? Not for getting any additional information, but for what? Either affirming the statement or negating the statement. If you want to get it, then if it is sentence is positive, you have to use a negative tag. Isn't it? Only then it makes sense. If the sentence is, see for example, say Lady Macbeth, Lady M did not murder Duncan. She did not murder Duncan. Then what will be the tag? Did she? Did she? Not did Lady Macbeth. Understand? Or let's say Bassanio and Antonio. B and A. Bassanio and Antonio borrowed. Bassanio and Antonio borrowed money. Borrowed money from Shylock, comma, didn't they? But there are two persons. Didn't they? Didn't he? Didn't she? Lady Macbeth, she. Pronoun. Singular. Feminine. Yes. Here, Bassanio and Antonio borrowed money from Shylock. Didn't they? Because there are, it's plural. The subject is plural. Clear? Yes. If it is it is raining, suppose. It is raining. Full stop, comma. Is it? Isn't it? Isn't it? You repeat. Subject is repeated. It is raining, isn't it? Did you get that point? Yes? Okay, let's say Macbeth was a king. Macbeth was a king, comma, wasn't he? Wasn't he? See? Bassanio and Antonio were friends. Weren't they? Weren't they? Because in auxiliaries they repeat. Understand? So auxiliaries repeat. Point 1 is positive sentence negative tag, negative sentence positive tag. That's point 1. Point 2, auxiliaries repeat themselves in the tag. Other verbs use do, does, did, according to the tense section. Point 3, repeat the sentence, put a comma, and write the question tag beginning with a small letter, and then put a question mark at the end. Very important. Otherwise it is not important. Punctuation is important. At the end of the sentence, comma, small letters, then question mark. That is point 4. Now there are some very interesting words now. Some say, now sentence, you may not get a fully negative sentence like that. You may get sentences which say, you have the none is a negative. Negative meaning will do, none. Words like none, no one, nothing. See, words like none, then you have got no one, and you have got a nothing, nowhere, that is also important. Nowhere, etc. See that is, they have got negative meaning, none. Then what will you do? Sentence containing such words, positive tag, because the meaning is negative. Let's say if you say a sentence like this, none of the food was wasted. None of the food was wasted. What will be the tag? Comma, was it? Because the meaning is negative. Okay. Understand? Or next one, we saw no one. We saw no one, comma, didn't we? We saw no one, didn't we? We saw no one. Then nothing. We did nothing. Nothing, comma, didn't we? Didn't we? Yes. Or he went nowhere. He went nowhere. He was just wandering, comma, he did nothing. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Negative or positive tag, positive. We saw no one, did we? Sorry. That's good, not make a mistake and then correct this. Yes, we saw no one, did we? Sorry. We did nothing, did we? Okay. He went nowhere, did he? That is it. Not necessarily he did not go anywhere. Not necessarily. But see, you can be caught like this. I have been caught just now. So, negative meaning in the positive tag. Understand? Yeah. So again we have got some words which have got negative meanings. You know, isn't it? Scarcely, hardly, rarely. See? Then you get the little, few. These are some words. And when they are also, when you use them in sentences, the meaning is negative. The meaning is negative, and therefore what should you do? You should use positive tag. See the words I will I will here write for you few, little, rarely, few, little, rarely, hardly, scarcely. So these are examples. Negative. Yeah, we call them semi-negatives because the meaning is negative here. If you say like that, a few people saw Bahubali. That's a few people saw Bahubali. And that is an example. Then what will you say? Did they? Did they? No. Did they? Because few people saw. Few is negative. Then there is little water in the well. See? There is little water in the well. There is little water in the well, comma, and what will you do? Is there. There is repeated. Is there. If the sentence begins with there is repeated in the tag. Is there. The next, rarely he comes, comma, then does he. Rarely he comes, does he. And he works hardly. Put a comma and then does he. Other verbs. Is there. Yes. Few people saw Bahubali. Then he works hardly. And next, scarcely. Scarcely you meet him or they meet. Scarcely they meet in the church, comma, do they? So where did you get the do? Because this is full verb, not an auxiliary verb. Scarcely they meet in the church, do they? Understand? Not necessarily negative. So we can also say other words which we have just now saw. What is that? None, none, no one, nothing, nowhere, and now these words. If they are present in a sentence, that means they are negatives. So the tag should be positive. Right? Very good. And then there is another word, that's also a very interesting word for you. The only can take, as we can see, there are only 7 boys in the class. Now, the comma and say, are there. You can write either a positive tag or are in there. Or you can write either or. Usually, aren't is preferred. There are only 7 boys in the class, are there. That is positive tag, or you can also use a negative tag, and this is preferred. Negative tag is preferred. This is not a mistake, but this is preferred. Tick. 2 ticks. This will get only 1 tick. Understand? If there is only, then you can use either positive or negative, but positive is preferred. Also negative is preferred. Understand? Did you get all of the points that I told you? Tag questions. Why do you ask tag questions? Either to affirm or to negate something. Understand? Has your father come home? My father has come home. Then, hasn't he? Hasn't he? Father and mother have come home. Haven't they? Haven't they? So, the first thing to note is, sentence is positive, the opposite is negative is tag. Sentence is negative, positive is tag. Understand? How to write a tag? And now, verb in the tag. Auxiliaries repeat themselves. Other verbs take do, does, and did. How to write it? Put a comma at the end, rewrite the sentence, put the comma at the end, start the tag with small letters, then end with the question mark. Understand? And there are certain words which have negative meanings, like none, nothing, no one, nowhere, and few, little, hardly, scarcely, rarely, hardly, scarcely, rarely. Understand? If such words are in a sentence, then the tag should be positive. The tag should be positive. I saw few people, then tag should be positive. I saw, didn't you? Or if you are asking yourself, you can say, didn't I? Suppose you have got the habit of asking questions to yourself, and you can say, didn't I? Understand? Yeah. Then, for nouns, what you do is, don't repeat the noun as such, but use the appropriate pronoun. If the sentence begins with there, you can repeat there in the tag. There are 5 students in the class. Are there? So there are 10 birds on the tree. Are there? You can say like that. It is repeated. It is raining. It is raining. Isn't it? Negative. Isn't it? Got the point? Yeah. Then, with only you can use either positive tag or negative tag. That depends. See? But negative is always preferred. You prefer negative tag to positive in only. The word only. And in this connection also, don't get confused. A few, a little, they are positive, not little few negative. You remember in the primary classes, in the grammar that I taught you in primary classes, it's very clearly stated with the examples. Few is negative, but a few is positive. Little is negative, but a little is positive. In that case, you say, there is a little water. There is a little water in the well. Then, comma, what will you say? Isn't there. Isn't there. Because that is what you call positive. A little. A little. Now, there are a few students. There are a few students, then comma plus are there. There are. So a few positive. So aren't there. Aren't there. Understand? Little, once again, few and little, they are negatives. Negative. You can say negatives. But a few, a little, they are positives. So if you have yes, in a sentence a little or a few, that means the tag should be negative. Clear? Yes. What should we do tomorrow? As a mini project, you can say, generate 25 to 30 question tags in positive as well as negative, with nouns, with pronouns, with there and it. Then we will have covered the whole thing. Some more points to tell you that we will do tomorrow. Till then, enjoy your holidays. Have a nice time. Take everything easy. Okay? Enjoy yourself. Fine.